the number 13 team in the country, the Arizona State Sun Devils, taking on the 8th-ranked team in the land, the Oregon Ducks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. The Sun Devils will kick it away first. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The shotgun, they go to the ground. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Gonna let it fly. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. The Ducks will punt this one away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Sends his first one of the day on the way, and we didn't see much. Oh, and now the ball has been knocked free. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return.
When you're a return specialist, you're trying to make huge plays. You only get a couple cracks at it a game. You want to make something happen. Unfortunately, he put on the turf. At least his team recovered. But I will say this, the conversation on the sideline, it won't be fun with the special teams coach.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Not a lot of daylight. He gets one to the 32.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
To throw, it's Levitt. Throws for the tight end. Got his man. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46.
Man, you got to love the versatility of the big fella. You can put him in the box and let him block big defensive linemen, or you put him in the slot and you throw him the football and have success.
The give to the back. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. And then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
Second down, they'll go to the air. With the catch, it's Tyson. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down. And the Sun Devils will hustle to the line. Needs it to keep this drive alive. Will not get there. A 4th down stop.
Hey, if you're going to go for it on 4th down, if you decide to run the football, you got to be sure up front that you're going to win in the trenches. They didn't get it done that time. They need to be more physical moving forward. They're going to try to do that again in the same type of situation in this game.
snap of this drive comes from the 38-yard line. Motion from the wideout. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. The give to the tailback. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Wants to adjust the pattern. Moore will throw. Makes a connection. And a big-time grab there. Knocked down immediately, but not before he gets it to the 40. It's not just the dual threat guy. You go back to Dan Fouts or Bill Musgrave or even Justin Herbert, and passers not in short supply for the Ducks.
And when you think about the Ducks, you always think about the fancy uniforms. I think that's one of the first things that come to mind, but the guys you just named, it's been built on flash, but it's also been built on substance. Great players in their tradition, in their history, and just like now, just in the recent history, Bo Nix, another one of those guys that's put up big numbers.
They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. On the snap, it's Davison. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going.
He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. Didn't really have room to operate on the return, but he hands him the ball at the 32.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
To the air on first down. Pressure coming. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Going to swing it on 2nd down. Got it in the middle. It's Moss. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Looking to pass. It's Levitt. Throws to the tight end. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down.
And a nice play by the defense. 3rd and short, you're thinking run most of the time, but a really nice job playing tight on the wide receivers, playing the pass and giving no space for the offense.
On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Got it in the middle, it's Moss. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on 4th down.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. 4th down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
Great offenses always stay ahead of the chains. That run right there, now you're in a good position. It's not 2nd and long. It's not 3rd and long. Now it's the whole playbook's open. The defense really has to honor run and pass on the next snap.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. On the move, it's Udo. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter. So they had a chance to talk over this 3rd down play to open the period. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds the tight end. Just what they'd hoped for on 3rd down as they've got a first at the 32.
That's just a very easy, comfortable throw for the quarterback. He knows he has his big target, tight end, running across the field on the drag. Nice play.
Wants to go up top on first down. Lets it fly deep downfield. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
And perfect timing. Got there right when the ball got there. Didn't get there a little bit early. Saving the touchdown. Nice timing by that defender.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Under fire. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And that's a really good job by this defense. A complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
Trying to turn the corner on the left. Not going to get there. Not going to get close as he's brought down at the 30. It's fourth down. So they'll send out the field goal unit. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. He's got it. Showing off that big leg from 47 yards out. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Man, it just means more in the SEC. And take a look at how things are playing out here. Stanford has the lead right now, but there's no John Elway on this team, and that's why we have a tight one there on the farm. They're up by a field goal over Tennessee. Week in and week out in the SEC, it's a battle of attrition, and if anything big changes, you'll hear about it here.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. Moore to the air. Fires to the wideout. A strike downfield. He's into the open down the middle. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Oregon.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And the extra point makes it 7-3. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. Fielded in the end zone, it's Brown. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. They'll start this drive with a chance to regain the lead. Downs. There he goes. Oh, what a move. Gets it out to the 27-yard line, and they'll move the chains for a first down. You can work your way down the field with these wide receiver screens, but also look for the opportunity to turn them into chunk plays later.
No doubt. You throw it quickly. You get it to him now. DB comes up, has to make a tackle. Now you fake it maybe a little bit later on. So these plays, they're not huge plays all the time, but they can set up big plays down the road for your offense.
Well, the offense is running towards the open grass, right? They're going toss play to the field, but way too much penetration defensively, forcing that tackle for loss.
Looking to fire. Here's a heat. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. What a nice play on the pick. Didn't find much running room. They'll let it slide. They've got it at the 29.
What a big game-changing play. I love when you see defensive players, they jump on the ball like they were the offensive guys. So aggressive, going and getting that pick, creating some big mojo for your team.
Direct snap. It's Stewart. Oh, there's the ball. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. He almost popped out of there for a huge return, but they will take it. They are in business after the fumble recovery.
I love those smashes where you can hear it up here, Reese. Goodness gracious, you can hear the contact. Such a big lick. The offensive guy doesn't hold on to the football. Huge momentum swing. Big turnover forced by the defense.
Looking downfield, it's Levitt. Gets it out fast. And he was knocked down immediately. Very short pickup on that one.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offensive success.
Pretty good job of running to get there to the 32.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. We saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical.
Some misdirection with the counter. And they did not let him reach the line to gain. It'll bring up a decision here. I don't know if this is the time for this type of risk. Offense going for it inside its own 40. Makes the grab past the marker. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's fourth down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
Under fire. And it'll be incomplete. He got on the move trying to make something happen, but just couldn't find a man. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44. How can a stadium this size make so much noise? You can't hear yourself think on 3rd down here in Autzen. Quick completion on the out. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down.
Listen, at this point, the end of the first half, you're trying to generate some points. First downs are the most important thing. So a really good job there converting on that third. I love the decision by the quarterback. You kind of wonder, though, are they going to want to be a bit more aggressive?
And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. 2nd down coming. Back to pass. It's Levin. That's reeled in. It's Tyson. Snowed under by the defense.
Could that be the play that finally wakes them up? Just not a lot of good going on offensively here in this first half. They've only got 3 points to show for their efforts. They haven't been throwing it a lot, but they took a shot there. They got a chunk play. Now they're in a position. They need to score a touchdown here before the half is over.
They pick up the first down. They'll mark him at the 34. Got to be expeditious here.
Well, I know he was struggling to get going early in this game. That right there, though, was easily his best run so far. And this is one of the more talented running backs you're going to see in the entire nation. They need more runs like that to get this offense going if they're going to win this game.
Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Quarterback strolling away from Heath. Grabbed over the middle. It's Brown. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. And guys, how much better does it feel if you go to that locker room with a lead? They have a chance to do it here. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? And part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to step up big time in this situation.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Sun Devils!
A really really nice job on their final drive of the first half, David. Calm, cool, collected. They had balance, excellent execution. They're going to take a lead in here at halftime.
It's so much easier to go into half with that positive momentum, that positive juice. Now we can point to what we just did. Great job taking the lead. Now you go make your halftime adjustments.
He'll bring it out. It's Hughes. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he had just taken the touchback. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Adjusting the pattern. Whoops, someone moved a little bit early. Offense going to pick up a 5-yard penalty. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Moore will throw. Makes the catch. It's Davison. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
Well, the offense is doing their best to try and at least get into field goal range here at the end of the first half. So they take a vertical shot down the field, but give the defense credit. Lots of eyes back there on the quarterback. They're able to break on the ball and make sure that throw falls incomplete.
One more snap coming before halftime. Off the bootleg, looking to fire. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. And the Ducks will line up to kick off and start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Hamilton. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. They'll open the second half with a run. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Man, oh man, the ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way. At least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there, he didn't have it.
Wants to throw, it's Levitt. Quickly out on the screen to the wide receiver. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Caught in the backfield, it's Moss. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And of course he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
On third down, he drops to throw. Finds his big tight end. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line.
And that's a huge third down conversion by the offense there. It's 3rd and long. You've got a lead, not by a lot. Quarterback, though, very poised. Reads the coverage, throws it in rhythm, and you stay on the field.
The screen, and watch out. Wide open spaces.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
The Sun Devils with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Off the bootleg, wants to toss it. Quickly to the tight end. Run out of bounds, they'll spot him at the 24. No reason to panic when you see those extra bodies coming. Just find the big tight end.
Well, and the great ones do that. I think the great ones are okay. You want to blitz, I know my answers. I'm all right. I'll stay patient, find the matchup. This time it was the tight end. Finds the tight end, throws a strike, gets the 1st down.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
To the air, it's Levin. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona State! Made the grab in the end zone for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game.
90 yards in front of them as they start the drive at their own 10. Turning it on! How about that effort to get it out across the 20? They'll mark it at the 21. It's a 1st down.
Well, with the weapons this offense has, you knew it was just a matter of time in the run game before someone was going to break a long one. They've just been running into a wall that just couldn't seem to find their creases and get enough movement up front, but they finally got it there, picking up the 1st. Let's see what happens next.
Past the 1st down marker and still running. He moves the chains and they'll mark the ball at the 33.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Got a man. It's Moore. No chance to run, but still a solid pickup on that one.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in the crease now. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Moore to the air. Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete.
You can sense the frustration building on the field and on the sideline for this team because on paper, they're the better team. From a player standpoint, from a record standpoint, things...
Going to throw it over the top of the D. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down.
Well, another incompletion, and you can see the frustration building, but you got to give the defense credit. They came into this one knowing no one was giving them a shot because of their record, because of what their stats are on paper, but they're playing better football. They're playing with better...
He's got it. 1st down and more. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense. The Ducks will line it up on 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Looking for a deep man. Got it inside the 10. Touchdown, Ducks! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
One final play before the end of the quarter. Takes the handoff, and he's going right. They knock him down behind the line, and the defense finishing this third quarter in style. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. They'll move the wide receiver. Looking to throw, it's Levitt. Fires to the tight end. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. No siree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. And the Sun Devils decide to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here. Snagged in the middle, it's Moore. Stop is made at the 22, a 10-yard pickup and a first down just outside the red zone. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. On the ground, it's Davison. Really good running, gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
The Ducks can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Back to pass. Bringing the heat. He just tossed that one out of bounds. You avoid the sack, you avoid the turnover. You've got more plays here on third down.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
He's got the tight end. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7.
Perfect timing to call that pass play. It's third and short down here in the red zone. Everybody in the stadium expecting you to run the football, and if you don't get it, maybe you kick a field goal, maybe you go for it on 4th.
Touchdown, Oregon! And they've moved out front here in the 4th.
And I love this offense being able to run the football late in the game when it matters and punch it in for the touchdown, and more importantly, take the lead.
And the extra point is good, and every point counts. It's now a 4-point lead in the 4th. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Big one this week in the SEC. Heck, they're all big ones in that conference. Stanford is just getting tuned up today. This is like watching an MMA fight where you start to question your own morals. Who sanctioned this bout? They're trailing by 32 to Tennessee. Games like these just mean more in the SEC, and we'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should see.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Now on second down. Back to throw. It's Levitt. Makes the grab. It's Brown. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting them the football, letting them get some positive yards.
On 3rd and short, they'll go to the power running game. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up 4th down. Big man has it. It's a 1st down and more. At the 45 on its way. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the 4th down conversion, moving the chains easily.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. He knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often. And with that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
They'll give it to the back. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
And that just looked off. The timing, the rhythm, I don't know what it was, but usually that option, man, it's so precise, right? Like really quickly making a read, and you could tell they weren't on the same page. It went absolutely nowhere. Defense won that round.
Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Caught in the backfield. It's Moss. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Man, what a really nice job by being disciplined by this defense. Like understanding I'm trying to rush the passer, probably a passing situation type of a deal, but doing it with some discipline. They try to sneak the screen in. They were ready for it. Nice job by this defense.
It's complete. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a 1st down.
And they've trusted their QB to throw the football. And he's going to have to make plays. He's made plays throughout the day. This is now when you come up clutch in a big moment when your team needs it. If that's any indication, I like what I'm seeing.
And here we go. Down to score. They'll go for it on 4th down. Trying to get it to the marker. He did not get there, and they'll have to give up the football, and they might have just seen this game slip away. The handoff, keep working on that clock. Oh, out of space. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Now on 1st down from the 28. Motion from the wide receiver. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. He's in open space downfield. Oh, he's got some space. He's loose. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Ducks! With that score, it looks as if this bunch is about to go 6-1.
Well, they get the touchdown when they needed it most. That score now makes it a 2-possession game, and guys, with just seconds to go on the game clock, this thing is all but over.
And the extra point is up and good, and they have an 11-point fourth-quarter lead. They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Back to pass, it's Levitt. The sure hands, it's Moss. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. The clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. Wants to go up top. Picked off. What a play to set him up. That's the way this defense wanted to wrap it up. Make a play themselves, finish off the game, and the offense can kneel it out from here. Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. And on 4th down, they'll take a knee, but this one's just about over. They get the W, and with that being win number 6, looks as if they're going bowling, guys.
And that's a good moment for the squad, right? Like, you start every season, you have big goals, and usually starts with your conference championship and winning a national championship, maybe going to the playoffs. Everybody has different goals, but getting to a bowl is always sweet, and this team's eligible.
I know the coaches are really happy about this, the AD and the fans, because they know what it means for the program, right? You're going to get those 15 extra practices at the end of the year to help develop young talent, looking ahead to next season. But that's next season. There's still a lot of football left to go this year. Let's just see how good of a bowl game they can get to.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation